you're doing, and to take a nice breath in and exhale out. And as you breathe in, focus your attention around the area of your heart. Breathing in gratitude, appreciation, love for someone, something, some memory. And allow that beautiful radiation to radiate out into your body, out into this room, realizing that we're all related. I'm another you, you're another me. Breathing in and exhaling out. By doing this simple practice throughout the day, you start retraining your body on how to respond to stress. Because our heart has an electromagnetic field that goes out more than 10 feet. Our heart has a brain that communicates directly with our old brain. And many folks now are feeling the global effects of what's happening. Physiologically, they're shifting around and then lost sight, perhaps, of their heart and of their core values. Many people are feeling threatened because their primal needs are being met. Many people are coming home to family, to community, to entrepreneurship. So as we go home to ourselves, we can begin creating a life and a world that we've always wanted to step into. The name of my book is called The Soul of the Heart. And I feel that the soul sits behind our energetic heart and invites it to open up. That our heart is often referred to as our little one, our child. And for whatever reasons, our heart sometimes collapses and closes. And so the book is a book of inspiration. It's a book of hope. It's a book of coming home to ourselves. And so as I have my home-based business, it's called To the Heart of the Matter, I realize that in many ways my home is a metaphor of me. And if we think about our homes, we've got some rooms that we don't want to go into because they're cluttered. Those are different parts of ourselves that we may not like to look at. And we speak oftentimes in metaphor. Often when I work with folks who have been abused or who have had trauma, we speak in fairy tale and metaphor. That's how we get in touch with that unconscious part of ourselves. So when I decided to put together the book, it was a wonderful culmination of my own life as I stepped away from being a victim, as I stepped away from being in a situation where there was abuse and trauma and loss. That throughout my life, if I could come back home to myself and realize that everything is unfolded perfectly, and I could come to that place of peace within myself, and I could look out into the world with a graceful heart rather than one that was judgmental. And so as I worked at home, I had my own periods of time where I felt like I wanted to collapse, and other periods of time when I felt that I had something to offer. So I would invite you, as you think about writing, that every story you have is important for people to hear. The work I do often is in the capacity of working within groups where we become witness to what each of us are going through. A phenomenon that's happening now is that many folks are feeling grief for businesses that have collapsed, for being laid off or fired from their jobs. And often they'll go home and they isolate, or they may have suicidal ideation, or they may become very distracted and look outside themselves and get into TV or news or different types of addiction. And when we can come together as a group and witness each other, realizing again that we're all interrelated and we're all related to each other, then we can come to the place of peace. So, I would love any questions. I love that. The book is all locally done. I live up in Corvallis, and we actually actually did a fascinating project where when we actually decided that we were going to publish the book, we did it in 5 months. We did a DVD that was transferred into a CD that was transferred into Word. And all the right people came together, from the photographers who did beautiful photographs in here, to editors who were Sufi, who live a lot with relationships in their hearts. And so it came together with a beautiful orchestration of people who came to create this beautiful book. And it's almost like being a witness to how it's been introduced into the world and where it's making its way into the world. A lot of people, it's over in hospice right now, up in Corvallis. It's circulating around. A lot of folks are getting it for people who are sick or who feel uninspired. So it's a short book and you can turn to any page of it and be able to hopefully find some inspiration from it. And the CD is a meditation CD that has original piano music in it, and I've got 3 meditations. The first one is the morning meditation to welcome the day with gratitude and appreciation, and to be able to look at everything that happens in your life as we may not like the situation except it is what it is. And somehow when we can consent to what is, we free ourselves up from pushing up against burdens or walls that we can't penetrate. And the second one is honoring those who came before us, our ancestors. I had the opportunity to train with many indigenous tribes around the world, and they bring ritual into their lives. And they also realize that those who came before us, our elders, give us the wisdom and the energetic signature of who we are. And so it's honoring our fathers and our mothers and our grandparents and taking a love of life from them and give back within ours to carry. And the last meditation is an evening meditation, closing the day with gratitude and appreciation, so that when you wake up in the morning, you're a better person than you were when you went to bed. And part of my journey started back in 2001. I was down at the Chopra Center doing my own 9/11. And when the events of the towers came down, there were 18 of us that were doing what's called Panchakarma. I was doing a workshop down at the Chopra Center, and 2 of the people who were supposed to come didn't make it because they were in the 2 planes that went into the towers. And Deepak was missing at the time. He was supposed to have taken a 9 a.m. flight. So the whole center was humming as to where Deepak was. And that's when I realized that if I could be centered in myself, that no matter what's going on outside of me, I have a strong enough core in myself to be able to withstand anything. Similar to being like a blade of grass that's flowing around. So it was phenomenal being at that place at that time, and that's where a lot of my work has come from with the Chopra Center. And I've also got information. I'm back there in the corner. I have my book and CD back there. Also information on upcoming retreats and workshops. And if people sign up to my website, they'll be able to get the free download of the first morning meditation. And I'm creating a community on this site where people can write in thoughts and insights. They can ask questions, and so we can create a community perhaps for folks who feel isolated. Although it's best to come out and circulate with other people. Are there any questions? Comments? Testimonials? Shopping list?